It's the time again for a package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the best Game Boy Color cards you can buy. So this is what we call a naughty card. Yes, and for the people thinking, why do you call this a naughty card? Because they're selling this like a game or a multi-game card, but at the end it's basically just a flash card. A flash card is a cartridge where you can put an SD card in. What they are going to do is very simple: put files on this, putting in the device, and then simply it's going to load up the ROMs into a chip and it will recognize it like an original game. For, let's say, simple explanation what it is. So this thing is it's very simple. Is this worth your money? That is going to find out. As you can see, it has a battery, so we can load up or we can save and load. But the question remains, how does it work in the Game Boys? We're going to do a very extended testing. We're going to test it out in the Game Boy Classic, the Game Boy Color, the fake Game Boy Color from China, and we're going to do some more handheld. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell, and let's grab myself some Game Boys! Yahoo! Alright, so let's see what we're going to do. Let's grab ourselves a fake system to begin with, because if you look at the original, I think that's not going to be a problem. I'm very curious about, for example, this bad boy. So, alright. I can't remember if this thing was even supportive of the Game Boy cartridges, so that's something we're going to find out now. Let's power it on. It says DG Retro Boy. Let's see if we can play the card. But it doesn't do anything. So I'm guessing this thing doesn't even support the Game Boy Color card. We're going to try an original one. I'm just going to do this live. We're going to do this on the video. Let's see, does it even support the Game Boy Color games? And as you can see, if you have this device laying around, it's pretty pointless to use it because it doesn't support the freaking Game Boy Color games from the cartridge. Just wanted to show you. Alright, so the next one I wanted to try is the GB Color, because this thing is pretty awesome. Yeah. Alright, let's see. As you can see, we can boot it up. We can play a game. While we're trying an original game. It does boot up, so that is working. So let's grab the flash card. This will be an epic combination. But as you can see over here, it tried to boot up the system. But every time, it's going to get in the boot loop. And it is even getting worse. I'm using great batteries in this thing, and I know for a fact the batteries are not a problem. Because of course, don't forget, if you're putting a flash card in, it will consume a little bit more battery life. So that is a little bit of a downside to these flash cards. But nevertheless, if you're having a GB Color laying around and you want to combine it with the best game card, yeah, that's not the best combination. So, GB Color is out, or the fake one from China. Alright, so the next one, of course, we're going to try the original Game Boy. Alright, let's put it in. It works like a charm. Let's zoom in a little bit. Alright, let's power it up. And do recognize the Game Boy card. So as you can see, they are very naughty. But I didn't know that I load up a game. So let's press the start button and it will load up the last played game that is already in the chip. Alright. Oh yeah. One of the best soundtracks if it comes to rally games. But alright, so one thing is, in fact, it works like a charm. Of course, this is a Game Boy Color card. It would be pretty damn awful if it doesn't work in a Game Boy. So, alright, so if it comes to the original Game Boy, very cool. Alright, the next step is we're going to try... Crap, no batteries. Whatever. There's an original one with backlight lightning. So, yeah, see? Alright, it's loading up. Hope you can see it. Let's zoom in a little bit. I need to get myself one with an LCD, but we're going to do it with the thing I'm having here at the moment. Alright, so let's press start again. To be honest, I have really no clue if this was a Game Boy Color game that I loaded it in. And as you can see, we're getting the message. This game can only be played on the Game Boy Color. So the only thing we can do is just power on and off. Alright, so let's search another game. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit. So what you can see is that when you want to load up a file, wow man, this is very hard to capture, but you can load up a file, as you can see, and start it right up, or you can just load a file only. Alright, so as you can see, like the old school flashcards, you're going to erase the file, depending a little bit how big it is, but as you can see, it takes some time to erase it, and when it's done, it's going to load up or write the file into the chip. So it's going to get recognized, and as you can see, it writes. It takes quite some time. Alright, so let's try a Game Boy game on the Game Boy. As you can see, it works like a charm. And of course, these files are very tiny, so they load up almost instantly. Oh yeah, I just killed myself. Just great, Wicked. Try it again, please. Ooh. But you're getting the point. 1 minute later. Yep, it's still loading. Alright, so let's play a game. Alright, so if it comes to the original Game Boys, it's not going to be any problem. But keep in mind, when you're loading up a Game Boy Color game and you're having an original Game Boy, you will get the error message. Alright, so let's test out this thing. For a fact, I know it's pretty pointless because, here it comes, I know for this thing doesn't support any Game Boy Color games. So what we're going to do is just stick it in because I just wanted to show you. Yes, alright, let's see. Let's grab this version. And as you can see, even with the freaking card, it doesn't even go past the screen. So it's a no-go for the game box from Funny Playing. This is not the last Game Boy because I forgot to grab one. But nevertheless, let's test it out on a Game Boy SP. Alright, let's see. Ooh. The Game Boy SP has no problem at all. Oh, this sounds so much better than the Game Boy Color. Widescreen. Alright, so for the final test, we are going to test it on the brand new GBA with the 10 level IPS screen. So this is going to be pretty damn sexy if this thing works on here. Oh, okay. Alright, it boots up. Yeah. So as you can see over here, we have in the folder that's not really important. But here we have the Game Boy of Game Boy Color. I almost want to say Advance. And here we have the Game Boy games. So the next time I'm going to use this on a Game Boy, you can use the GB folder where you're having all the normal games. Alright. Alright, so let's load it up. It's going to erase the previous game. It was very quickly erased. Alright, so let's write it. It's a little bit smaller than the previous game, and as you can see, it bodes up way faster than the previous game. Man, the best soundtrack I ever heard of a Game Boy game. This sounds so good. Oh, the soundtrack. Alright, so is this the best card you can going to get for your Game Boy Color and Game Boy Classic? Because Game Boy Advance is not supported with this flash card. I just call these things the naughty card because they're selling it like the Game Boy Color. The funny thing is, check this. Made in China. Can you read it? Nevertheless. So, is it the best card? You need to decide for yourself. It's a very slow flash card. And if you're having big files, you need to wait quite some time. Sometimes up to more than a minute. This is what you're going to get. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It will be great to have you in the Wicked family. And hit that little bell, because you're going to get notified by the gods of YouTube when I'm uploading a new video. Or a message from the future. Depends how you see it. See you next time. Bye.